good girl? Who's your good little Shiba? Go get it! Today we are doing a first drive on the world's first twin-turbo 2023 Corvette Z06. But before we do, I have to move my supercharged 10-liter big block Ford Mustang. And before I move that, it looks like Santa Claus arrived a little bit early. We just got some fresh presents. So right off the bat, you can see that the new wheels for the Z06 have arrived. These are the new Forgeline NW104s. You guys already saw the front, so now I'm gonna unbox the rears just so you can see how sick these look. I think my cars officially own more shoes than I do myself. I'm still rocking the Panda since day one. Shout out to you OGs who know. Oh my gosh. I got a lot of comments in the episode when I went to go show you guys these wheels. A lot of you didn't like the color white, so this next sequence is just for you. Details that matter. Look at the Forgeline logo in orange. Oh, what a perfect, beautiful touch. These are spicy, these are sexy. These are Forgeline wheels that are going on the Z06. I love it and I get it. Listen, I understand. You may just not see the vision yet, but I promise you, once the car is all put together, you're gonna love it. Okay, next up, as you guys can see, we have a box for coilovers. This is for ST suspension, which is going to be for the Mustang. We're not gonna unbox this now, but it will get installed very shortly here. And last up, we have a new box, a fresh box. Well, it doesn't look so new. It looks a little abused through shipping. Santa Claus had a rough flight over here. If a box is coming from Pikes Performance, then you know this has obviously got to be something good in here. Oh man. So this is the production model twin turbo kit for the C8 Corvette from Pikes Performance. This is what we helped to develop in field testing. If you guys remember, on Phoenix, we've been running the prototype kit. That was one of one. That was the first kit ever produced. All the improvements that we found could be needed went into the official production model for Corvette. So this is what we're going to be running on Phoenix. Once we pull out that motor and send it to Texas Speed for a freshen up, we're gonna have a fresh motor, what soon will be a fresh clutch, fresh twin turbo kit. We're ready to take her back out to the track, hopefully here soon. And with that being said, I think it is time to maybe drive another twin turbo kit that we have on another C8 Corvette, which just so happens to be the Z06. Okay, let's move the Mustang. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events every single day on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and so much more. Personally, I can't wait to grab my tickets for the Rams versus the Chargers game on the 1st. But with tickets to artists like Taylor Swift and Broadway musicals like Hamilton, they've got a little something for everyone. SeatGeek always wants to make sure that you are getting a good deal. So when you're looking on the app, look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. Not to mention, SeatGeek is the only site that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. Use my code Amelia for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That is $20 off of your first purchase with promo code Amelia. Make sure you click the link in the description below to download the app. And thank you guys so much. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's episode. Now, let's get back to the video. Look how sick this looks coming out of the rear bumper. The intake piping looks so good. Overall, I'm so happy. And I love that we got a fresh and finalized production kit for the Stingray. But late last night, I was on a doom scroll for TikTok, and I happened to see, well, I should say I happened to hear a Pro-Charged C8 Corvette, and it sounded like a fighter jet, and it whined through this tunnel, and it just sounded so good. I had to stop watching, you guys. I was getting a little aroused, and I was just thinking, oh my god, I really want to pro-charge a C8 Corvette, but I already got twin turbos. The turbos are just more efficient, especially if we're gonna continue to drag race. But then it got me thinking. I said I was gonna leave the stock. We're not gonna pro-charge the naturally aspirated, high-revving, flat-plane crank V8. We're just not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it to the Z06, but I just really, oh my god, that car sounded so good. Well, speaking of absolutely ridiculous builds, we need a couple more bolts inside of the rear bumper, and then I think we're ready to go driver. We are gonna plumb boost control just because we don't want to blow. We want to know how much boost we're making. God forbid anything happens.
Got it.
We're just gonna plumb it off the wastegate line because we're gonna do a quick and dirty job. This right here is our boost gauge. And this will give us, hopefully, a little reassurance. Shout out to Sissio Performance for sending these valve deletes. We don't know if they're gonna work because we're not 100% certain that they're the same, but we're gonna plug them in and see if we can do a remote key start. Ah! It's really not as loud as you would think. It gets so quiet so quickly once the O2s warm up. Woohoo! There we go! We're gonna get her off the wood, and then we're gonna drive her, and if all goes well, maybe a lunch or two. This is it. This is the first time we're going to see if she moves under her own power. Oh, I'm a little nervous. I know I'm psycho. I'm putting in a track mode just to back up. I like the feel of the steering. It's a little stiffer. I'm also keeping an eye on Lambda through this autel, and then let's back her up. All right. She is backing up under her own power. Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's see if it makes boost.
There it is.
Here's 3 pounds.
Oh, the boost gauge.
Yeah.
That's where I put my boost gauge too.
It sounds really good with the turbos. We're really gonna just step into this easily. We're gonna try to keep an eye on all the gauges as possible to make sure that we're not risking this motor in any way, shape, or form. That sounds so good. How's boost look?
It barely rose any.
It's just how the sound is what gets me. Oh, there's definitely some heat in the engine bay. You can see the rear glass fogging up there.
Oh yeah.
Slowly get into it. How's it looking?
Fine. It's not lean. Not building a ton of boost.
That's good, that's good. I'm obviously a little nervous with how high this engine revs to step on it too much, but if data points to good, then data points to send. Do we send it? Do we not send it? To send? To no send? I think we just go for it.
I'd already sent it.
All right, Sandy's calling me a bitch. Yeah, if we thought we weren't getting traction before, we certainly did not get any that time. Oh my gosh. We've done a good amount of testing so far, just making sure everything looks okay. Lambda looks good, boost looks good. We're not over boosting. We're not, according to the data, putting the car in any harm's way. It actually seems to be happy with everything so far. We're just gonna wait for work hours to end. We're going to wait for that road to be clear, and then we're gonna have a little fun. Sun is set. It's time to party. Now we can have a little bit of fun. Oh, there's a tunnel. There's a really good sounding twin turbo Z06. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, yes! Well, the brakes are nice, aren't they? It's crazy, it almost muffles the pitch of this high revving motor. Do you notice that? Don't get me wrong, the turbos sound incredible and I do notice a difference driving with it. Roast me for saying this, but I kind of prefer this car NA.
100%.
It's like the GM engineers know what they're doing. I think I like this car without the turbos more.
It's definitely quieter.
Yeah, it's quieter and there's like a lower pitch tone to it.
Definitely makes more power like this.
Yeah.
And it's not pissed off.
And it's not pissed off. The car is actually pretty happy with the twin turbos. I kind of want to get another seat just to pro charge it still. God, that thing's been in my dreams ever since I heard it.
A few moments later.
I want out of the roller coaster.
Damn, you've never gotten out of the Stingray before.
It's not that. I don't know. Well, I mean, there's been times I've wanted out of the Stingray. Okay?
But this is it.
Yeah. Right now, I just want out.
Well, now that she's twin turboed, I mean, I've gotten all that I've wanted out of the car and there's nothing left to do, but I guess load her up on a trailer and ship her off. Just kidding. Sort of, not really. Let me explain. Let me get in this car first. It's kind of insane how quickly we twin turboed this car. One day installing, one day fabbing up cold side, and another day just driving in little things here and there. But you know, I'm just bored of it now, so it's time to get rid of her. Y'all thought I was kidding. We're really sending her off today. Mr. Seastow, and thanks for coming to get this car.
You're welcome.
And you're early too, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Mr. Seastow, and he's taken the Z06, the twin turbo Z06, all the way over to PFS because it's time. The car is officially done, and what I really want to do next is do the final V2, and we can't have a final V2 without new wheels and tires and without the reverse wrap of Phoenix. So we're going to be doing the white stripes and the full C8R style livery, and I think everything's going to look so good when it's done. So he's taking it right now all the way down there, and the guys are going to start cranking it out, as well as doing a clear bra on the car, so when I do take her to the racetrack, she's going to be completely protected. That's kind of the reason why I haven't gone to the racetrack yet, is because I haven't had the PPF on her. So once we do, once I know that there's not going to be rock chips in the paint and the windshield and anything, we're going to be taking her out to the racetrack. There you go.
I'll be good to her.
I believe it. Thank you so much. Shout out Natalie, your dad is awesome and is taking great care of my Z06. There she goes. Goodbye, Z06. Gone too soon. Took delivery of her. I had to say goodbye immediately. Finally got back. Put twin turbos on her, had to say goodbye again way too soon. We're making crazy progress on the build, but for that I'm so excited because we have crazy plans and I cannot wait to see how this comes out. Just give the white wheels a chance. Just give them a chance, okay? Whether or not the turbos will stay, TBD. So make sure you guys like this video and please subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video and I'll catch you on the next one. Ecrew, we out here. Bye! I think it's missing a couple twin turbos.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.